everybody, Spine Ticks Pressing here, and I've got a new unboxing to share with you today. 3 books, all Star Wars themed. Let's open this bad boy up and let's find out if we have any books with the banana bends from CGC. So let's get to it! All right, we've got the box here. Let's open this thing up. Hey, before I get to it, I just want to mention a great shout out there to the comic book community. Thank you for nominating this channel for best conservation and comic book cleaning category. So thank you. If you are a subscriber out there, even if you're not, get over there to the Comic Book Community Awards website and vote for your favorite channel if you haven't done so already, and keep voting. All right, let's open this one up. Let's find out. I've done a few videos lately on the CGC issues and in regards to the banana bends. If you haven't taken a look at those videos, I've got one with Make Room Collectibles. He was the very first YouTuber to get out there and identify this problem on YouTube. And so check out those videos, but let's see what we've got. I've got 3 great books to share with you, and since I already kind of know what they are, I'm gonna hide the grades, but I'll tell you what my prediction was. So let's take a look at the first book. Let's pull it out of the bag. The first book here is a beautiful Star Wars number 68. This book I thought had a lot of potential. I think my particular prediction on this book was that this one was going to be somewhere between a 9.4 and possibly a 9.8. This book looks really, really fantastic. The biggest issue that I saw was there was a little color breaking spine tick on the spine there, right about right here. And so what I'm looking for right now is to see if the inner well issue is affecting the book at all. Now, I gotta be honest with you, the banana bends are back. I definitely can see it in this book. It's very, very noticeable. However, this color break, the spine tick, I did a lot of repair work on it, and you don't see the typical, what am I trying to say, that very deep indentation that sort of ruins the overall aesthetic of the book and makes the book inside look lower than the grade. And we just recently heard that CGC believes that the banana bends are not damaging the books, which I think I'd have to disagree with them on that one. All right, beautiful looking book, front and back, really cleaned up nicely. I was very proud of this one. I predicted, I think, what, 9.4 to a 9.8. It came back a 9.4. And as I look at it right here from the side, I can definitely see some waviness along the top that was not present initially when I finished this book. And I can see very clearly, and I'll put up on the screen a shot from the side. I can see very clearly a U-bend at the bottom of the book. And but all in all, this book looks phenomenal. It does have, like I said, that I think the issue that really holding this one back is that very small color breaking spine tick on the spine there. Star Wars: The Clone Wars number 2. I think this is the second appearance of Ahsoka Tano, and maybe the first full cover appearance, like where it shows her face. I know issue 1, that Dave Filoni cover, shows her from the back. It's a beautiful cover. I really would like to acquire that book. But this one here, and again, these are books that I put together for a client, for David, who is locally here, and I'm going to be bringing them out to him today. So I think he'll be very excited. This one I thought was a no-brainer. I predicted it a 9.8, and it came back a 9.8. It's beautiful. This book is really a gorgeous book to have. And let's take a look at the bends. Yep, it's present. You can definitely see it still in the book. Maybe not as bad, but I can see a little bit of a U-bend at the bottom, and I can see some waviness. I see the S curve at the top. But this book was perfect. There wasn't a single thing wrong with it. Unfortunately, it does look very wavy on the back. I'll tell you what, CGC, You guys got a major problem. I'm going to tell, at this point, I have been telling all my clients that they need to be very leery of CGC because of this banana bend issue. And I can tell you right now, unequivocally, CGC, unless you come out and put something out there public to really change this, you've lost my business, because this really is not good. So I'm excited. I've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles third print up at CBCS, and it's due back anytime. So it's going to be my first book with CBCS, and I'm going to continue to send the books that I want off there. I have a beautiful copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300 that I've held off on, and it may go to CBCS, and it may even go to PSA. So PSA, if you're listening, get your label fixed, and you've probably got a new customer for sure from me. All right, so let's take a look at the last book. And the last book was also a beautiful cover, Star Wars #1. Let's see the bends in it, because I'm sure there are some. Wow, this one actually looks pretty good. This one looks pretty good. I do see a little bit of waviness. I shouldn't say a little bit. It's a significant amount of waviness at the bottom from the side, from the bottom view. Side view along the spine, I see a little bit of curve. And just looking at it at the top, I see a little bit of waviness, but the other books were more noticeable. Did a lot of work on the spine, and wow. Gosh, guys, I'm going to get some better views of this. Looks really bad. The spine looks really bad. All the little repaired spine ticks are accentuated. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. They are not nearly as bad as Dave 616's books. He's Make Room Collectibles, and he's posted a few of his books up. He's got like a Wolverine #1 and an ASM 250, I think it's 252. And they look much worse than this. But this particular book I thought was strong. I think I predicted 7.5 to an 8.5 for this book. There are some significant color breaking issues at the top, and the back looks pretty darn nice. Back looks great. Back cleaned up really beautifully. All right, so let's see what the grade is. It was and is an 8.0. Beautiful cover. I think it presents really well in the case, but I'm not very happy with those spine ticks. So unfortunately, I'm going to be offering, I have been offering to the people that I work with, that if you send off books to CGC, and I feel that this is 100% on CGC, but I am honoring these guys and telling them that if they want books cracked and resubmitted elsewhere, that I will press them back up for free. And it kind of sucks for me, but I'd like to have the reputation that, and I think there's enough information out there now via YouTube, via Instagram, wherever, that that we pressers are not the ones that are causing these issues. But this is it's an embarrassing look for me as a presser to see a book that looks like, it really just looks like I didn't work on these spine ticks and get this out. And I had them out and they were flat. These areas that are repaired, they looked really good. There was no color breaking, and there still is no color breaking to it. Maybe there's a little radiating out. I'm looking at one of them here, and it looks like it is. I'll have to look at my before photos. But big disappointment. Not disappointed again with the grades. I think the grades are relatively fair. I think an 8.0 is probably a fair grade. White pages, by the way. But yeah, the completed presentation in the book, if you have somebody that's looking at buying your book and they really scrutinize it, I think they're not gonna be happy with the presentation of the book. So CGC, you've got a major problem on your hands. I think based on everything I've seen, you're not willing to recognize the problem. And I think at this point, I think the community needs to respond appropriately and take business elsewhere. I'm sure we'll come back if you guys can get this corrected, but we just can't have books look like this inside cases. You know, I guess for posterity's sake, if you want to keep it and display it on the wall, it is going to look great. But in terms of the resale value, you know, a lot of times these books are they're not matching the grade. So this one probably does match the grade, even with the accentuated, what am I trying to say? Even with the little spine ticks on the side, this book I think still does fit its grade, but yeah, not a good look, CGC. Got to do better. Hey, thanks for tuning in and checking out this video. Take a look at some of the other videos I've got up here on the screen. I really appreciate you being part of this community. Get out there to the Comic Book Community Awards website and vote, vote, vote. Hey, you can vote for this channel, but there's lots of other great ones out there as well. Really want to thank you for being here and supporting this channel. And as always, happy hunting.